guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Naz and I am a medical student in Malaysia. And in this video, I'll be talking about the 5 best ways to learn Malay. So I've been learning Malay for about 1 year or so. And there were 5 particular ways that I found were really useful when I was learning Malay. And I thought that I'll share it with you guys so that you guys might find it useful as well. I'll be timestamping everything in the description box below so you can just jump to the parts that you find most interesting. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Number 1. YouTube videos by native Malay speakers. Honestly, there are not that many YouTube channels regarding the Malay language, but I have found a handful of them and I found them really useful. The most useful channel to me was Sierra Lisa's channel. She has this playlist about learn to speak Malay like a local. And honestly, I have found all of her videos so helpful in my Malay learning journey, and it has really taught me a lot of the colloquial Malay phrases and a lot of the Malay phrases that I would definitely be using in my everyday conversations. So her channel has really been of a huge help to me. There's also another YouTube channel by Tina Amir, and she teaches a lot of different parts of the Malay language, and she has a lot of lessons, so it's really helpful as well. And there's also this other YouTube channel that I found quite recently. It's called Easy Languages, and they have this playlist for called Easy Malay. Malay interviewers, they go around interviewing people in Malaysia in the Malay language, and there are subtitles, so it's just really useful because you can see people having a real conversation in Malay using everyday Malay words. Moving on to the second way of learning Malay, and that is using websites. So there are some websites that I have found really useful. One of them is this basic Malay language course, this website. I'll link it down in the description box below, and I found it really useful. They have 64 lessons talking about the different topics, and they really break down and write everything in written form, and it's completely free. Another website is called Lingo Hut. They have a lot of vocabulary and a lot of interactive exercises that you can use to learn Malay. Another website is called Word Hippo. So it's essentially a translating website where you can translate sentences from English to Malay and from Malay to English. So you can use that website to translate between Malay and English, and through that translation you can actually learn a lot of Malay. The third way is by watching Malay shows and listening to the Malay radio. So there is this new show called 3 and More that is hosted by Blimey, which is a YouTube channel, and that show has Malay subtitles and English subtitles, and the show is actually predominantly in Korean. So because of the Malay subtitles, I can actually learn a lot of the Malay. And also, I'm also very interested in the Korean language, so at the same time, I'm also kind of learning Korean as well. I used to listen to the radio quite often, a few months ago. So I used to listen to Cool FM, and because there are no subtitles, I'll just write down the words that are commonly said, and I would just look at the translations of those words and add it to my vocabulary. So the fourth way of learning Malay is by having a notebook. So in the Malay journal, you can organize the words in any way that you want. It's basically just a way for you to track your progress and write down the new words that you learned so that you can remember it through muscle memory. And I actually have a notebook for Malay, but I left it in Malaysia when I was coming to Singapore before the lockdown. I actually left it in Malaysia on purpose because I did not know that I'll be staying in Singapore for so long. So during the lockdown, when I realized that I won't be going back anytime soon, I made a new notebook, and I didn't really think it out that much. I just started writing, and it's really messy, but I'll show you guys anyways. For me, I categorized it by body parts because I am planning to enter the healthcare sector where we have to learn about the body parts since I am a medical student. So I have a lot of words written here, and this is nowhere near what I need to learn. There is definitely a lot more body parts that I must learn. And then basically for every category, I'll have the Malay word. I don't know if you can see that. I'll have the Malay word, and then I'll have the English word, and then in this section where it's in pink, it'll be sentences that are useful in both Malay and English. So there are for some of the words I have sentences. So for example, for tangan, which is hand or arm, There's angkat tangan, which is raise your arm. Then for like mulut, which is mouth, I wrote buka mulut awak, which means open your mouth. Then for heart, which is jantung in Malay, or hati. A phrase in Malay is penyakit jantung, which means heart disease. Then for places, there is in Malay there are all of these places, and then there's the word in English as well. I have activities, time. There's a lot of words for time. Then diseases, definitely nowhere near what I need to know, what I want to know. Then there's food, a lot. It's funny how there are more words for food than there are for diseases, when I'm more interested in learning about the healthcare related words as compared to these kinds of words, but okay. Then there is numbers. So for numbers, I divided it into like numbers on its own and quantifiers. So for quantifiers, there is like terlampau, which means too, or extremely, jam, which is hours. And grammar, I have a lot of words. I'm actually really surprised that I like have so many words for grammar to learn. I didn't really know that there are so many words for grammar in Malay. I also have a section for useful phrases. The ones in orange are like the new words that I learned. So thirsty is dahaga, hilang is lost, and so on and so forth. So it's Malay first and then English. I have a lot of pages for this. And then these are like just general useful phrases. I also have useful phrases in the healthcare setting at the hospital. So these are all of the phrases that I thought would be useful in the healthcare setting when I actually go into the healthcare setting. So anyways, that is my notebook for Malay. This is like my makeshift notebook for Malay during the COVID period. The fifth way to learn Malay is to speak to native Malay speakers. This is really a no-brainer. In order for you to really know a language and to really immerse yourself in a culture, you definitely have to talk to the people that speak that language so that you can practice, and also so that you can introduce yourself to new words that are used in everyday conversations. And also a bonus way to learn Malay is by learning Malay songs. So some of the songs that I really like listening to is Cinta Luar Biasa and Hania Rindu. These songs they sound really nice, and learning the lyrics to these songs and the meaning has also helped me a lot in learning the Malay language. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that it was useful for you guys, and if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel, and also to turn your post notifications on so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Because I'm doing this for the thrill of it.